You wake up, it's 4:30 a.m. You know, successful people wake up at 4:30. They go to the gym, they drink their green tea or green juice or matcha, whichever one you choose. Journal your intentions. Read 12 passages of a book written about discipline by someone who has never had ECG or never played with their sanity before. Do all of that, and by 6 a.m. you'll be winning. You'll be leading the competition. You'll be spearheading your generation. Do that for 5 years, continuously for 5 years. And if it doesn't work out, well, you didn't work hard enough. Sorry. Welcome to Kenkey and the series where we dissect the things society packaged for us that turn out to be complete bullshit. Well, most of the time it's bullshit. Sometimes it makes sense, you know? Who knows? Who knows? Today we are unwrapping something we've all been chasing since the day we understood what it meant. Success. Now, for the purpose of clarity, let me say this before we head into the video, okay? The definition of success is relative. My definition of success involves money. Maybe yours might not. To each their own. I'm not judging. I promise I'm not judging, okay? So let's work under the assumption that everybody wants money for the sake of the video. Okay? Cool? Good? Cool. Hustle culture. You know, as an African, nobody really needed to teach you about hustle culture. It's baked into your DNA. Some of you woke up in the morning and saw your parents till the soil from dawn till dusk. Some of you saw your mother set up their table before the sun even came up. And some of you woke up never to meet your father in the house. Like they were always gone before you even woke up, and you only felt their presence when you were asleep. They were never home early. Always hustling. It is baked into your DNA. So when the internet showed up and gave it a name, you know, Gary V started screaming into cameras talking about outworking everyone, Andrew Tate telling you suffering builds character, and Alex Mamonzi with his sleeves rolled up talking about how he can work more than slaves.
Slaves worked all the hours they were awake for their entire lives. In American history, in Egyptian history, in the rest of the world that had slaves, which is most of the world at some given point. I think, like, if they can do it, so can I.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Yeah, you thought I was joking. He actually said it. And honestly, I can't believe what I'm about to say, but some of the things they say actually made sense. It's true. Being disciplined is good. Working hard, it's good. Okay? But it's a shame that at the end of the day, they all just ended up trying to sell you a course. But let's forget the gurus for a second. For a lot of us, the original speakers were not on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube. No. It was our parents. Work hard, go to school, work hard, do this, do that, do this, do that. You'll be fine. Yeah, I don't think I really need to tell you that it doesn't work like that anymore. That was their time. It worked. The advice was valid. It worked during their time, okay? But you cannot outwork a system that is engineered to make you fail. Well, if you don't have the resources and the connections, that is. Conditions day. Because think about it. That person you think you are competing with, the one whose lifestyle has gotten you setting your alarm at 4 a.m. Because of that, you can't sleep. You're always working. That person's not working harder than you. They're not. They already have capital. They already have connections. They have a safety net so thick that if their business or whatever they're doing fails today, they will write a book called Failing Forward, and they will make more money from the failure. Yeah, what about you? Can you say the same for yourself? In Femi Otediole's book, Making It Big, the first sentence on chapter 1 is on the streets of North London. Yeah, that's chapter 1 of somebody's life. And you think you can relate. Don't even get me started about Dangote.
When I decided to go into industry, you know what I did? I sold all my properties in the US. I had 2 houses in the US, big mansions, and I had a house in UK. And I wanted to really sit in Nigeria and concentrate.
Yeah, by the way, he was 24. Yeah, he was 24 when he decided to fully go into industry. Just so you know. So all that stuff he was saying before he was 24. So meanwhile, you're waking up at 4 a.m. in Accra or in Lagos, and you have people telling you that if you grind hard enough, if you do all the right things, things will fall into place and you become like them. Sure. You know, and you're trying. You genuinely are. But bro, you are grinding through a healthcare system held together with super glue. Ghana has over 2,300 hospitals. How many of them are actually functional? We don't know. At least I do not know. But piece of advice, you better not get seriously sick as you are out there trying to grind. It's the raining season right now, and I know you know someone in Accra whose house is flooded. You know someone whose kiosk has been taken away by the waters. Can they out-hustle that? Transportation, the daily stress of getting from point A to point B. How exactly do you out-hustle that without getting a car? Or having enough money to maybe order boat? That one cries still be difficulty getting from point A to point B. Because maybe you'll be stuck in traffic. You can't maneuver your way around it. So how do you hustle that one? Let's not even talk about rent. I don't want to open that Pandora's box. See, to every landlord who has quietly 10x'd their prices because they are also out there thinking you're hustling, I just want you to know that
greed will imprison us all.
Yeah, but as for you, it will not imprison you. It will buy you. Look at inflation. Look at your currency's depreciation. How exactly do you out-hustle certain things like this? See, and that's the problem with hustle culture in Africa. Instead of questioning the systems when they don't work out for you, you end up blaming yourself and telling you, oh, I didn't work hard enough. I didn't want it enough. That's the reason why it didn't work. Bro, it didn't work because your house was flooded and all the things got spoiled. It didn't work because your kiosk was taken away. It's the system. It's not working. There's no drainage. What you could do? It's partly the people's fault for choking the gutters and stuff, but still, yeah, it's actually the people's fault. Now that I think about it, you guys to do better. Do better. Why are you choking the gutters? Do better. What I'm happy about is that with my generation, this current generation, a lot of people are waking up to the fact that the relentless hustling and the bustle and the running up and down isn't really going to guarantee that you will succeed in the life. Many people in my generation are focusing more on building connections and solving real problems. Yeah, many people are doing that. And if you didn't know, now you know. You're welcome. By the way, since you learned something new, or maybe you didn't learn anything new, this would be like a perfect time for you to you know what I'm pointing to. You know what I'm I don't know exactly where the button is, but I'm pointing at something. Yeah, do the needful. Do it. Cool. The right path. Go to school. Get your grades. Go to university or college. Pick your poison. Study law or medicine or engineering. Do all these things and success is guaranteed. Yeah, sure. If it was like 2008 or maybe 2010, take 2026. They work like that anymore. Now look, there's nothing wrong with that path. Okay, it has worked for a lot of people and it will continue to work for a lot of people. I am not here to tell you to be a dropout, and I will never tell you to be a dropout. I am not a dropout. I'm actually still in school. Yeah, so me and you, we day inside. You for day inside. You don't want to leave. Left who? Share. We will day here. Anyway, back to the video. The problem right now is that guarantee the path originally gave you has expired. It doesn't work like that anymore. We have a whole generation of graduates. First class, second class, third class, fourth class. Students of the fifth and the sixth, they are all there. Unemployed or underemployed. Or employed in roles so different from what they studied in school that it feels like their degree is just a useless piece of paper that is being, Maybe it has been framed and it's on a wall somewhere. Pause. Yeah, forgot to include this part in the video, so I'm putting it in right now. On paper, Ghana's national unemployment rate sits at 12.8%. And I know it seems manageable, but those numbers are hiding a very harsh reality. If you look closely at young adults aged 15 to 24, that number moves up to a staggering 21.5%. In fact, right now, over 1.3 million young Ghanaians are completely idle. They are not in school, they are not training, and they are out of a job. So yeah, shit is crazy. Anyway, back to the video. You know the funny part in all this? When you choose the right path, you do your due diligence and the rewards don't show up, nobody is going to give you a refund. Hell, nobody is going to give you a refund in any path you choose. No matter the path you choose, if it doesn't work out. Like Benna Boy said.
You gonna explain tire. You go explain because no evidence.
Bro, no evidence D. The only thing you get is relatives who are asking you that. Why haven't you bought a car despite being in this profession? Well, thinking about it now, they are going to ask you that question no matter the choice you make, no matter the path you choose in life. So yeah, my case be different. So yeah, in big 2026, there is no real single right path anymore. People are sustaining their lives with jobs that have titles that didn't exist 5 years ago. Pick your poison and run with it. It might fire, it might not fire. So this begs a question though, what do people do when the hustle doesn't guarantee anything? What do they do when the right path is no longer the right path and is no longer guaranteed? Well, I will tell you what they do. They improvise. They dress the part, they perform the part. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the third rapper in our 3-layer scam. Looking successful, aka settings. No, not this kind of settings. The other kind of settings. Settings. You see, somewhere along the line, success stopped being something you had and became something that you could perform. The car you can't afford, but you are leasing because clients need to see it. The apartment in a nice neighborhood that takes up 80% of your income. Could you sake of shorties, you go take, make I keep go. The outfits, the trips, the just landed in Dubai photos, the restaurant meals posted before the food gets cold. I personally have beef with that one. We go restaurants, we order food, make we chop. Chile. 5 minutes, then you're there like this. Any day now. My boyfriend just bought me 3 iPhones because he didn't know the color iPhone I wanted. You know, that carefully curated life that says, I have made it. Even when you are in fact one missed payment away from having a very awkward conversation with that landlord who has 10x'd your rent because in his mind, you are a rich person. And before you laugh, because I know you are laughing, this is not an individual weakness. It is a cultural pressure so immense and so specific to our communities that, truth be told, it deserves its own documentary. See, it's insane. We do settings even on a national level as a country. Think about it. As a country, we draft policies that look amazing on paper. Solid, 10 over 10, groundbreaking policies, without actually figuring out how to implement them or thinking about their practicality or our capacity of implementing them and making it work. In your EB settings we they do for the aesthetics. You debab. EB sickness. Now, I understand that in African culture, success is communal. What you achieve reflects on your family, your neighbors, your friends, your people. So someone would argue that the pressure to appear successful isn't always because of vanity. Some people do it as a form of armor because they don't want to bring shame to their family. I get it. But sometimes that armor can become a cage. And when it grips you in, and you are stuck moving from paycheck to paycheck because you want to maintain a certain lifestyle, you go fail them. The sad part is we have a generation who are obsessed with having the optics of financial freedom without actually spending time to work towards obtaining that financial freedom. Then again, some people are also being paid to show you that this is their financial freedom that they don't get. So it is kind of a double-edged sword. It can work in your favor and work against you. Who knows? Like I said, there is no right path anymore. So you might ask me, so after all this, Lehman, what is actually success? And how does one achieve it? Well, young Skywalker, I have no fucking idea. I am not a motivational speaker, and this is not that kind of show. I'm joking. But seriously. Every person has their own definition of success. Yours might not involve money. Mine, dear, is guaranteed. Per your own definition, you might make it tomorrow. You might make it in 50 years. Hell, you might have already been successful. You might have already achieved your own idea of success in your head. My point is that there is no race. There is no set curriculum. There is no set timeline or schedule. Do what you want to do and get there in your own time. Solve problems. Make connections. Make friends. Because it is your friends who will open the paths for you. You will get to some place because you know someone who knows someone. I'm not saying you walk with the instinct of somebody who read the 48 laws of power. You want to use everybody. You inquire, your head be big. Bro, you are not wiser than the next person. Shut up. Just be a cool dude. Make friends. That's all. It is not that deep, okay? And stop doing settings, okay? Stop doing settings. You will die. Well, unless you are getting paid to do it. Unless you're getting paid to do it, stop doing settings. And if you're not getting paid and somebody is pressuring you with their settings, please stop. Don't let anybody pressure you with their success, okay? Do you. You're doing good. Until next time, stay curious, stay skeptical, and yeah,